Join me this week on The Edge as I take off on an exciting journey to the USA. I'll be hunting Montana and Wyoming on a double buck tag. I'm able to harvest either a whitetail or mule deer on either one of those tags. So it's going to be an exciting adventure, I'll guarantee it.
Live on the edge, 'cause brother, win or lose, it's all in what you do with the chance you're given. Yeah, through the wind and rain, you feel your heart pounding. You got one shot, what you got? Tell me what's it gonna be? You gotta make the most of this opportunity. If others fail, make sure you succeed. On the edge.
The Edge is sponsored by Seek Thermal, Prime Archery, Cabela's, Hornady, Vortex, High Mountain Seasonings, Browning, G5 Outdoors, Stealth Cam, Grizz Targets, Hawk, Jim Bowes Archery, Driving Force, The Enforcer, Plano Field Locker, On the Money, and Outdoor Edge, makers of the sharpest, strongest replacement blade knives.
So Jordan and I arrived a day early. We came into Trophies Plus Outfitters to make sure that we were set and ready to go for the next day. I got to meet my guide, Zach, who'd be taking me out for the week, not only in Montana, but also in Wyoming. Hey, how you doing?
Hey, good. You must be Jeff.
I am. You're Zach?
I'm Zach.
Pleased to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Fantastic. I heard you were going to be guiding me this
I'll
week.
be your guide this week. You got me all week long.
I'm super stoked. We're up and at 'em first thing tomorrow morning.
First thing in the morning, yeah, we'll be
Got a
heading
big
out.
muley picked out for me, or
Yeah,
what?
we're going north to Montana.
I'm pumped. It's something I've been looking forward to for a while now. A double mule deer hunt, you can't go wrong with that.
Yep.
But I've heard you got some big whitetail too.
We've got a few whitetails as well.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's what I've been told. I might get teased a little bit that I might want to switch over and hunt
Yeah,
whitetail.
we don't know what we're going to see. Some of the places we're going to hunt will be completely mule deer. Some of them will be whitetail and mule deer.
So we're going to start in Montana?
We'll start in Montana. We'll hunt Montana because it closes first.
Okay.
So we'll hunt Montana, try to get done there, and then move down to Wyoming.
Awesome. The first morning we got up, we went out, and it's an expansive piece of property that we were hunting. The land just went for miles and miles. As far as the eye could see was flat, open, rolling prairie, full of mule deer. You know, it didn't take us very long, first thing in the morning, before we were surrounded by mule deer. We had about 30 mule deer in different directions all around us. So it was a pretty exciting start. There was a beautiful 4x3 muley that was there that first morning. But when you're just starting a hunt, everybody comes in with the goal, of course, we want to go for that 4x4 typical mule deer. And the 4x3 was just not something I wanted to start off my hunt with. We got to see two different properties that Trophies Plus Outfitters hunts out here. And I can tell you, it was pretty exciting because we've seen a lot of deer in the first morning. Unfortunately, that afternoon, we didn't see a lot. We've seen a lot of young mule deer bucks, but nothing too mature. A lot of young bucks that have a lot of potential in the future, but just not that mature buck that we were looking for.
This segment brought to you by Jimbo's Archery.
Still a little dark yet. We came up here last night and there was a couple good muley bucks that came out of here. Actually, there was a really big whitetail that came out of here last night too. But we didn't have a lot of light left, so we decided to pull back. We went back to the lodge last night with full intentions of coming out here first thing this morning and seeing if we can't find ourselves a nice big Montana mule deer. But hey, my tag here in Montana is good for either mule deer or whitetail. We took a different advantage point. We came in from a different side to be able to view into the lower valley where we had seen quite a few mule deer the previous evening. We did find a lot of mule deer that morning, but there was just no mature buck that was in the group. We ran into this big 2x2. And when I say 2x2, he was a monster 2x2 because when we were about 1,000 yards away, we wanted to have a second look at this deer, and that's how big he was. So we actually took a pretty expansive walk. We walked about 1.5 miles. We got all the way in there, and he popped up, and he was a great deer. He was a mature deer, but he was just a solid 2x2, and that was something that I had decided that wasn't going to be what I wanted to harvest. That afternoon, Mike, who is the main outfitter here, had a talk with us and decided to send us out to a different property that he had just got some permission on. And so it was something that hadn't been available previously. And we went out there with a lot of ambition or excitement, just because nobody had really been on this property a whole lot.
Well, Montana hunting is really open where we're at. We're in that southeast plains region. You're going to be hunting river bottoms, and then when you come off those river bottoms, you're in dry coulees and sagebrush. Surprisingly enough, you're going to see whitetails in the sagebrush when the weather's nice. When the weather gets cold, as it normally does at the end of November, something we didn't experience, they'll be in the river bottoms. But mule deer are scattered pretty much across the sage country until the weather gets really rough, and then they'll pile into the river also. But it's open country. You see lots of deer. There's rare that you're going to go a day that you don't see 150, 200 deer a day.
We got out there and there was deer everywhere. I haven't seen that many whitetails in one area in a very long time, so it was pretty exciting. Obviously we're there looking for mule deer, but there was a lot of whitetail bucks that started making me think that maybe I shouldn't be hunting whitetail. We got up to the top of this vantage point and we're looking down, and all of a sudden this nice 4x4 mule deer walks out, and over to the left of him comes in this other big 3x4. I thought they were actually going to scrap. I was getting pretty excited.
He's still sticking his head up, right where that doe is in the middle. He just had his head up, he's feeding. So when he puts his head up.
But it was obvious that the big 3x4 was obviously a mature deer or a more mature deer, and that 4x4 didn't want to mess with him, so he got out of there.
Oh yeah, he's giving him the what for.
We didn't have a lot of time to go pursue these deer or get any closer to them, so we took a look at it and said, you know, let's pull out of here and we'll come back in the morning and see if we can't find these deer again in the morning. So it's pretty obvious to me that Montana is a mecca of holding a lot of mature whitetails, a lot of mature mule deer, and it was a pretty exciting area for me to be hunting.
We are blessed here, and I don't think we really realize it so much. All you have to do is go somewhere else to see how blessed we are, and it's fun. This is a fun hunt. Your chances of killing a 190-inch mule deer or a 170-inch whitetail, probably not going to happen. It could, but probably not. But you're going to see a lot of deer. You're going to see some solid mature deer, and you've got a good chance to kill a 145 to 150 whitetail or a 160 mule deer.
This segment brought to you by Stealth Camp.
We came in here with good intentions this morning of hunting a mule deer, and we quickly changed over to hunting whitetail. We spent some time this morning making a stalk. We stalked into about 400 yards as to where we got to as far as where we felt comfortable. We had a couple does in the area. This particular area, we're on top of a big hill, and it was a big rolling field that was down below us. So we decided the only way for us to get close enough to this deer was to crawl. Let me tell you that Montana prairie is full of cactus. We were crawling through, and I was trying to weave back and forth so that I wasn't putting my knees down on any cactus. I think we started out at about 560 yards. And we crawled all the way up to 390 yards, so we got ourselves fairly close. We had managed to move just a little bit closer, and I think the last range that I got from Zach was 370 yards. So I dialed my vortex up, got myself set and ready, and I placed the shot. And so the 370 yards, I was just a touch off, and didn't quite, I needed to go one more click on the actual scope. So I managed to put 2 shots right underneath him, and he decided that he was going to move out at that point. We weren't successful in Montana, but that's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. So we're going to go try our luck this morning here in the roly-poly hills of Wyoming. We started driving down the road, and all of a sudden I think the largest coulee that was out there was just a monstrous hill. So we headed straight up, and we got ourselves to the top of the coulee, and sure enough there was the entire herd. They were up and they were feeding, and we took a look at the deer. We sat down and we had a great look. And there was definitely a mature buck. That was the mature buck of that group. There was definitely one buck that was larger than the rest. He has a big body, very mature deer. So I gave Jordan the go-ahead and said, you know what, we're gonna go ahead and take this deer. There was definitely one buck that was larger than the rest. He has a big body, very mature deer. So I gave Jordan the go-ahead and said, you know what, we're gonna go ahead and take this deer.
$250. There you go, you got him.
Muley down in Wyoming. There he is. Big old Wyoming mule deer, eh? Thanks, buddy.
Yeah.
Trophy Plus Outfitters comes through in Wyoming. He's got the dirt stuck. He went down so hard. Time for the dirty work. Got to do a little cleanup now. Get out my outdoor edge knife. Get to work. Well, Zach, it's been a really exciting adventure here with you this week with Trophies Plus Outfitters here in Montana. I appreciate you taking me and guiding me throughout not only Montana, but Wyoming. I've seen a lot of critters over the last 5 days. We struggled a little bit in finding a big muley on this particular trip, but I think we got a real nice mature mule deer.
Yeah, we saw a lot of deer, and the one we ended up taking was a nice buck.
And I know that we got to use the Seek a little bit out in the field. Something that's pretty cool about Seek Thermal is that they give me one to give to each of my guides when I'm on these hunts. So I'm going to present to you today with a Seek Reveal.
Yeah.
As a thank you for guiding me all week. It's
Well,
been
thank
awesome.
you. That'll be fun to use.
You betcha.
Yeah.
It's been a great week here in Montana with Trophies Plus Outfitters. What a fantastic adventure when you get to come down to the U.S. and not only hunt Montana, but hunt Wyoming as well. I came down here with delusions of grandeur that I was going to come home with 2 big mule deer bucks. At the end of the day, I got a beautiful buck down, very mature mule deer out of Wyoming, and unfortunately, I missed my opportunity to harvest a beautiful whitetail in Montana. Ryan calling, check in on me, I guess. Hey, Ryan.
Hey, Jeff, how's it going?
Oh, fantastic, man. Loving
Sure you got a
Montana.
mule deer?
I did. I got a nice muley.
No way, that's great. That's good to hear. That's
Yeah.
awesome. I got some more good news for you.
What's that?
We just got some footage of a mule deer that a good friend of mine, Corey Cook, drew in Alberta here. He drew a tag in southern Alberta. And we just killed like a 185, 190-inch muley. It's just a giant.
That's awesome.
Where is he? Is he going up with the doe? There he's out. Done deal. Well done, brother. Over here, buddy. You're down, buddy. Over here. That's a hell of a deer. You're down.
We got a giant mule deer here, Corey. Drew the tag in Alberta, and Donnie Collins took us out and helped us find this big brute. Nice big 4x3. I mean, this thing is a tank. Look at the mass on these tines. Totally wicked. Yeah, shot it from 220 yards about straight down into the bottom of the coulee, and I just couldn't get focus on the camera, but way to go, Corey. Good job, buddy.
Thanks, buddy.
Okay, we're gonna drag it out of here. We got to drag it about 600 feet straight up. We got a little yellow cord we're gonna pull it up with, or try anyway, so this might turn into a rodeo. There's our buck down right there, big old brute. And there's our fearless Corey going to the top with the rope. We're gonna try and double it up. Good. Riding that baby. Oh yeah, we can get the truck to him now.
He's mine. Beautiful deer. Absolutely beautiful deer.
The Edge is sponsored by Seek Thermal, Prime Archery, Cabela's, Hornady, Vortex, High Mountain Seasonings, Browning, G5 Outdoors, Stealth Cam, Grizz Targets, Hawk, Jim Bowes Archery, Driving Force, The Enforcer, Plano Field Locker, On the Money, and Outdoor Edge, makers of the sharpest, strongest replacement blade knives.
There's my mom. My motivation, you know, I gotta stop in just to visit her to get a little motivation. My mom, we had a little incident here when I was down hunting last week. My mom, she was gonna help me shave my beard, and she put the wrong head attachment on, and she shaved it right off. So.
Well, first it was just here,
Yeah.
and then it was like, okay,
Well, what are you gonna do at that point? It's
you'd have two big pork chops, right?
Let's come back. It is what it is.
No, that's good. Actually, I like it.
It's just a mid-season hunting beard trim.